the Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.
Well, hello, Lion Nation, and welcome into the Prattville Lions Football Review Week 1. Looking back at the Prattville Lions victory, home opening victory, season opener over the Foley Lions, 34-20. And Coach Wallace, I know nobody's happier about that than you.
Man, very excited about it, man. You know, to get that first win, to open the season up like that, it's easier to clean up mistakes after a win than it is when you don't get the win. And our guys came out and performed well, played with the energy that we wanted them to play with, and they got it done. And at the end of the game, you know, we had some adversity, and you know, we had to seal the deal, and to see them show up and finish it strong the way you like them to finish up, it was nothing but great experience.
You know, some of the knocks on this team coming in was like, we got all these holes to fill, we got question marks everywhere, but the defense, wow, rose to the occasion in a major way.
Yeah, man, they swarmed the ball, but that's something that Coach Lee and staff expect from them every week, and they practice that. You know, I can honestly say there's nothing that I saw on film or saw Friday night that I hadn't seen in practice. That is their mentality every day is a work day. They actually say that when they take the field. You know, it's a work day, and so to see that, come, you know, you see it in the game. You know, it was just great to see those guys get after and play as a unit.
Yeah, and there's an old ball coach named Steve Sperry that once said, if you got two quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. But you proved him wrong last night. You played two quarterbacks, and you showed that this team has two legitimate quarterbacks. We do. We have two talented guys, and they both can play, and they both did well Friday night. I mean, they both did exceptionally well, and our offense, they're going to revolve around those two guys and what they're able to do and what they're capable of doing. So I was proud of both of them. I mean, they both played at a high level. You also showed this last night, and the highlights will show it too, that there are weapons aplenty on this offense, and there's not one player you can key on or anything like that. The distribution of the ball in the first half I thought was really key.
Right, and that's when you have that kind of talent, you know, you can't get lost, you know, focusing on one particular guy. We have talent, all over the offense, like you mentioned. We have talented receivers. We have a talented running back core. So we got to get that ball around to as many people as possible in as many ways as possible. And, when people break down film on us, I want them to see the full picture, to try to prepare for the full picture. And Coach Moncrief did a great job making sure that we spread the ball around and got guys in some great situations.
There's no doubt about it. 34-20, a great night for Prattville High School football. Let's take a look at those highlights of the victory over Foley.
They're stalemating thus far. Here's Tynes again from the shotgun, drops back to pass, looking downfield, hit as he throws, the ball's up for grabs, and it is going to be, it's intercepted at the 45-yard line, and down at the 42-yard line is number 4, Joris Thomas on the interception. And drops back to pass, in a little bit of trouble, rolls out, now throws to the end zone. He's got Shanks, and Shanks pulls it in. He's in, touchdown, Prattville.
Wow.
Jolly to Shanks. Second and 7. This time the quarterback pulls it. He's going in. Crowder from 17 yards out. Touchdown, Prattville. Jolly from the shotgun. Callan going in motion to that far side. 3 in motion. Jolly looking downfield, firing up. He's got a man down in the end zone, and his ball is caught by Cam Richardson. Touchdown, Prattville.
Wow.
What a catch. Cam goes over the top. Hines drops back to pass. Looking. He's under pressure. He's going to roll out. He's going to be sacked. He's going down back at the 20-yard line. Number 21, Whit Rollinson on the sack. Still on his feet inside the 15. Parks to the 10. Parks to the 5. He dives. And is he in? Touchdown! Oh. They're going to call him down in. Jolly lines it up with the shotgun. Hands it off to Parks. And he strolls in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. No doubt that time.
Number 11 is possibly going to get the ball here.
He may. And the quarterback follows him, and he is belted at the line of scrimmage, and he's not going to make it. He's short. The Lions will take over. In motion, high snap, pulled down, gives it up to Parks. Parks up the middle.
Go, baby.
He's got some room across.
Go, baby.
He's on his feet, 30. Mario, 25. Mario down to the 20-yard line.
Attaboy. Oh, that's it.
And Thorn gets the seam at the 10 to the 5, dives, and he is down to the 2-yard line. First and goal Lions. Jolly under center, gives it up to Parks.
Touchdown.
And Parks bangs his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Hines drops back, got a little time now, steps out of pressure.
There it
now
comes.
He's rolling, and it's going to throw it across the middle. And this one's intercepted.
Zay Parrish.
Intercepted by Zay Parrish. Well, he earned that one. Zay Parrish picks it off, and he's down immediately at the Prattville 35-yard line.
Welcome back to the Prattville Lions Football Review. Coach, this is the time of the week where we like to highlight some of our players and what they do off the field. We call it Inside the Lions Cage, and it's a section that we really enjoy doing, getting to know these kids well. And we're looking forward to bringing that back this year, and we'll have it at the next football review. But I know that's something you've enjoyed as well.
I do. We see these guys all the time in a serious manner most of the time. We're in a meeting or we're at practice. But when we get a chance and we have conversations with them, we have some pretty interesting guys. They're fun to be around.
They are.
To be able to get them in front of the camera and let the fans see that true personality, it's going to be fun to do that. We have some guys that you wouldn't believe that you may see on the field as one person, but then when you get to know them, they're totally different people.
Mm-hmm. That's true. From what they sing in the car to their favorite food to what they would leave to take with them on a desert island, or who their favorite celebrity is. You never know what's going to come out on Inside the Lions Cage. So be looking out for that, Lion Nation. It's coming your way. Well, Coach, on a night where there's highlights on both sides of the ball, several players getting touches, several players making key plays, it's hard to find one person to give the Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Week to. And I know you had your hands full trying to pick one, but you got to only pick one. So
it was rough picking this one because so many guys played at a high level. So many guys did some great things Friday night. But our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Week or Player of the Game is Tice Cotry for this week. He's a guy that was all over the field, played multiple positions. They were actually in scoring range right there inside the 10-yard line, and he came up, made a big play, and took the ball away. And he was just flying around all night. 11 tackles. I think he had 4 or 5 for loss. He had a huge night, but he's our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game.
Seems like that senior Tice Cotry really kind of sets the tone for this defense.
He does. He sets the tone. He's the energy. He plays with that energy and that passion that you want. Definitely a leader on that side of the ball.
Well, congratulations to Tice Cotry, our Week 1 Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. Final segment here on the Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Coach, a weird scheduling thing this year. We got an off week in week 2.
Yeah, that definitely. I don't look forward to drawing that schedule. When you go, and that's how we do it. We draw out of the hat, and but that's what we did. I picked it. And I can tell everybody I won't pick it again because I'm not going to be the one picking. I'm going to take me someone else to draw for me next time. But yeah, it's kind of unique in which you play a game and then you get going and then you don't have a game, then you got to pick back up. So how we prepare this week is going to be crucial to making sure we're ready the next week because everybody else is going to have a game. So that gives us 9 straight. So we have to be very smart with how we handle that going through the course of the year because we won't get a space in between the year to kind of recover and heal. It's 9 straight before we get into the playoff situation.
We got a juggernaut of a region that we got to face this year, and it starts coming out of the off week against Smith Station in 2 weeks, and that's a team that we know has been down in the last couple of years, but they're an improved team this year.
They're an improved team, and I can remember a few years ago, them playing us tough. That first year that I came back as defensive coordinator. I mean, they played us tough, and we eventually were able to pull away from it. And that's something that I see with Smith Station every year. For some reason, they play us a little tougher than you may appear or that they play a lot of people. So I know going to their home field and their environment is going to be a game that we got to be prepared for at their stadium because they typically play well at home.
They sure do. Panther Stadium in 2 weeks out way over there in East Alabama. That's one of the longest trips we'll take all year. And so, Coach, we'll be looking forward to what you do in week 3 because week 2 we're going to take some time.
Yes, sir.
So tell us, in a week 2 off week, how do you approach that with the kids? I mean, it's one thing to have like a week 7 off week where you're licking wounds, trying to get better, picking up, getting bruises back. But week 2, you really don't have that many injuries to speak of.
Right. So for us, week 2 is back to fall camp mentality. It's more like the week before the game week. So we have to get back to that type of grind. And I think that's how you can kind of balance out between not playing a game and it being a bye week, because we got to be ready to rock and roll because we start region play. We're in a 9-team region, so we start region play the following week. So we got to be ready for region play because now the games matter, and they all matter, but especially now in your region play. So we're going to go back to the basics and how we started this season off as far as fall camp mentality. And, we're going to keep some guys well in the process, but at the end of the day, we got to get better at being us.
And you mentioned in a 9-team region with 5 of those teams in the preseason top 10 in the state. So
right.
Who's got a tougher region than that?
No, we're definitely what we call the SEC West for sure.
The SEC West for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, good luck to you. Have a great week. And congratulations on your big win over Foley.
Thank you. I appreciate you having us on the show.
This has been Coach J.B. Wallace. I'm Will Barrett. You've been watching the Prattville Lions Football Review, and we'll catch you next time. Until then, good night, God bless, and go Lions.
The Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.